what you need to say. Say what you need to say. It's better to say too much than never to say what you need to say.
What is up, my internet friends? It's another week, another walk and talk. Thank you for tuning in today. Now, I know what you're thinking. The intro was normal, so Ray, why are we inside in my little office area? Well, here's what's going on. I was originally supposed to shoot the walk and talk this morning, but late last night, my friend Stephen Cook, you know him, he does the germ videos, contacted me and said he's going to be shooting something, or painting something, I'm sorry, on the wall of a store downtown in Pensacola. I don't want to miss that, because we've been trying to do this for a long time, and he finally got the permission and the go-ahead to do it today. So he's going to be here in like less than an hour, so I didn't have time to write everything down and go to the park and then come back. So just please bear with me this week, and we will do everything from here, and I'm going to read off the questions straight off of the comments page. So I'm sorry, I promise we'll be back at the park next week if weather permits, but we will be in an outside setting, I hope. But first, I want to get to your answers to last week's question, being which clone are you looking forward to seeing the most? And a lot of you chose number 5 and the dog clone. They're really happy about that, and I will be trying to bring them back very soon, so keep a lookout for the vlogs. But other than that, I will be picking a random person to be in the Box of Awesome again this week, so just stick around. Now, I'll just go ahead and jump straight into your questions, so here we go. Okay, the first question is from Alyssa Scott 08, and she asked, lie or truth, even if you know the truth will hurt someone dear to you? Good question, Alyssa, thank you. I'm gonna start off by saying, of course, obviously, lying is never good. It never solves anything. Sometimes it's done to keep somebody from being hurt, but in the end, the truth has to come out, and the truth will always come out. I'm a very honest person, because I don't see why you want to go around all the BS in life. Sometimes you get in a situation where it's just really hard to be completely honest because you don't want to hurt somebody, but at the same time, you do. So at the end of the day, I'd have to pick truth. Yeah, there you go. And thank you for the question, Alyssa. We shall go ahead and move on to the next one, and that is from Luigi's Mafia 07, and he asked, which clone do you think would win in an every man for himself fight? It's a good question. I think number 6 would probably scare them all off. Dog clone would probably just eat everybody. I hate to say it, but I think clone number 5 might be the first to go. If it's every man for himself, he's really not big on defending himself, but I'd try to defend him, I guess. I don't care if it's every man for himself. I'd at least try to be on his side and protect him, because he's like a little kid, you know? But anyways, who I think would win? Probably Pyro clone, clone number 4. Just because of, the fact that he likes fire. He'd just burn everybody. And every man for himself, you can do whatever. It doesn't have to be, bare knuckle. You pick up weapons or whatever. So I think number 4 has that advantage, because he's always got matches or something that you can light a fire with him. So yeah, number 4 would be the one I think would win. And thank you, Lewis, for the question. We shall move on to the next question, and it comes from the Ghost of Sabotage, and he asked, if robots came and took over the world and you have the choice to rise against them, Terminator style, I presume, you can choose up to 6 people to help you. Who would they be? Good question, thank you very much. 6 people, only 6 people. Any 6 people, only 6 people that could help me. Arnold Schwarzenegger, because he has experience in this. No, I'm kidding. Wait, Freddie Wong, because I don't know, I just think it'd be cool to have him on the team. So that's 1. Corey, Mr. Safety, because I think he'd be really good in that kind of a situation. DC Joe, because he's a mechanic, he knows how to work stuff, so definitely DC Joe. So we basically got all the important things covered. We got the tech guy, the mechanic, the bigger guy. So that's 3. We need 3 more. Let's even this out and bring some girls on this team. Tiff, Kitty, and Danny. I think that would work. I don't know, just to even things out, and because I can't really think of anyone else right this second off the top of my head. So yeah, those are the people I would choose for my 6-person team. It didn't say if that's including me. Is that including me? No, that's not including me. Okay, so there we go. That's my 6. Freddie W, Corey, Mr. Safety, DC Joe, and then Tiffany, Kitty, and Danny. Those would be my little team. Hopefully all of you guys know how to use guns, because fighting machines, tough, so yeah. Thanks for the question, and we shall go ahead and get to the next one, and it comes from Slideshows Forever, and he asked, if you could make a game, What will it be about? Who would voice act in it? And what will you call it? Video game question. Nice. Okay, you know, if I could invent a game, it's already been invented. It's called PlayStation Home. And no, I'm kidding. Well, I like the whole social networking side of things. You always have the games where you're always the hero and you're doing these big things. Like in Infamous, you have the power to control electricity, do all this amazing stuff. But then it's like, where can you be a regular Joe? But then Heavy Rain kind of took that, and you're really a regular Joe just trying to save your son. I like that story. It's hard to think of something that hasn't already been done. But I know for a fact, if I make a game, I already know the first person I'd go to be a voice actor in it, and that would be Nolan North. He is the guy that voices Desmond on Assassin's Creed. He voices Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series, and he's basically the voice in video games. Like, his voice is in an extra in almost... There's so many games that his voice is a part of. You can IMDb it, I think, yeah, IMDb, because he has a whole voice acting record of all the video games he's been in. He's been in so many video games, but Assassin's Creed and Uncharted are where he's most predominantly known from, I think. Honestly, I can't tell you exactly the details of it because I don't even know. I can't tell you the title because I don't even know. But I at least know it would be about something with regards to espionage, something with regards to... Of course, there'd be a good guy, bad guy scenario, and you are the good guy. You have to make choices as the game goes along. I like the intensity of a game where a lot of people's lives are at stake, where there's something big at stake, and then there's something very personal to the main hero. So it's not just the fact that all these people could be hurt or could be suffering, but the fact that there's something personal with somebody in this group, or just the fact that, you know, there's a lot of people in this group that means a lot to the main character, to fuel him. And then I'd put a lot of cinematic cutscenes in there to try and show flashbacks, things like that. Try to bring you into the character, put you in his shoes. Go from there. There will be a choice system where you can choose this or that, or, you know, or even multiple choices, not just 2, but like 5, 6, 7 different choices that you can do. And each one will have a different outcome towards a different ending in the game. I love games that do that. I love games that are very dynamic, so you don't have a set story all the way through, so it's like you can predict what will happen. I like a story that's open-ended, so you can have a vast number of different endings depending on what you do. So yeah, that's probably what my game would be. I don't know what I would call it, but I know that would somewhat be the premise of the game. There would be a lot of platforming, there would be a lot of shooting hand-to-hand, and there would be some kind of puzzles and stuff too. I don't know the details. I'd have to really sit down with it, but just off the top of my head, that's pretty much what I would put into my personal video game. So thank you, Slideshows Forever, for that question, and we shall move on to the next one, which comes from Red Monsterification, and he is continuing the scenario that happened last week. So let's go ahead and see what the scenario is this week. And I promise that is the first one I've had today, and will be the only one I have today. I'll show you in the vlog, so don't worry. Anyways, here we go. You start to run, but realize that you dropped your lighter. So you turn around to get it, but trip over the object your foot hit earlier. You see your lighter and grab it and turn it on. You then see the thing that fell, and it's a half-eaten body. Ew. Okay. You go wide-eyed. You slowly look up to the ceiling, and it's covered with hanging dead bodies. You scream in fear, you get up and start to leg it. After 50 minutes, you come to a fork in the road. What do you do now? Wow. Okay. Dead bodies. Not a good sign. Never a good sign. You want to run away from all the dead bodies, but... Okay, so... That wasn't a creature that fell on me in the last scenario. I don't know what the creature is or what is in this cave killing people, apparently. Here's what I would do. Really simple answer, but here's what I would do. I'm trying to find the way out, so I would turn on the lighter and hold it up at the fork, and I'll see where the wind is coming from. So if it's coming from over here, that means there's probably an opening from that direction. So whichever tunnel has wind coming from it is where I would go, and that's what I would do. I'd use the lighter to help me find my way out of this cave. So yeah, that is my answer, and I can't wait to see what the next scenario is going to be, considering I think I was pretty clever with this one. I think so. So, thanks, man. Sorry, I gotta eat and run, so yeah, okay. We go ahead and move on to the next question, and it comes from Chocolate Lab 006, and she asked, would you rather not be famous and keep your privacy, or be famous and have to deal with the paparazzi and have no privacy? That is actually a very good question. I was actually just talking about this similar thing with a friend recently, and I want to be a film director. I know that much. I don't want to say I want to be a famous one, but I do know I want to be a successful one. So at the end of the day, bottom line, when I really think about it, I don't want to be famous. I like my privacy, and I know that's kind of weird because you're watching me right now and you're like, but Ray, you put your life on the internet in vlogs, you know? How much privacy do you really want? Well, yeah, I have vlogs, but there's still, not that I'm saying there's things going on behind the scenes or that I'm faking anything with you guys, but there are things that go on in my personal life that just, you really guys don't really need to know. And I do need some bit of myself that I can keep just for me. There's things that I like to do on my own, and I probably wouldn't mind sharing it with you in the future. It's just I like to keep some things to myself in vlogs. I don't vlog everything that I do, hence I can't do the daily vlogs because it start to get boring, and you know, it's just not for me doing the daily stuff. As far as being famous and dealing with the paparazzi, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want, if I were famous, every little detail about me people would want and sell between magazines and paparazzi, whatever, you know. I don't want that. If not just for me, but for the people I care about. I don't want the ones that I love having to be followed by the paparazzi just because they want to get some info on me, or they just want to take pictures of them because they're my family, or because they're my best friend, or anything like that. I don't want to put anyone through that. So no, I don't want to be famous. I just like what I do, and I'd like to enjoy what I do without being bothered by people that are a bit too nosy or just want to take advantage of me being popular or famous or what have you. So I don't want to be famous. That's why I prefer to be behind the camera rather in front of it, because the people in front of the camera usually end up being more famous than the director. So I would much rather just be the guy behind the scenes that makes all the movie magic and let everyone else take the spotlight. I don't mind that. I like what I do, and that's my answer. So thank you, Chocolate Lab, for that very good question. I like that. Thank you very much. And we shall go ahead and jump to the next question. I believe comes from Ike Productions Music. That's his new music channel. If you already know of Ike Productions 89, he has a new music channel. It's called Ike Productions Music. Go check it out. Just a really quick shout out. But anyways, he asked if you could go anywhere in the world for free, or any event, and spend it with anyone for a week, who would it be and why? One person. This is a tough one because if I go somewhere, I want to be in a huge group of people. I always want a lot of my friends to come with me, especially if it's something like this, to an event. Unless it's something for couples or whatever, then obviously I choose the person I'm with. But an event in the world for free. And I won't pick one person because the event I want to go to is very simple. E3. I want to go to E3 or VidCon, any one of those conventions. I'm sorry, it's, yeah, okay, nerdy. It's a video game electronic expo. Oh, whatever. I don't care. I want to go to one of those. I want to go to next year's. Really bad. All expenses paid. I get to see everything. I can vlog everything. That is what I would like to do. And if possible, I don't want to just bring one person. I want to bring all of my friends, because I know everybody, including you, would like to go to E3, because it's a big event. So if you like video games or anything, that's the place to be. I would bring everybody in my friends list that wants to go. That's what I would do. So yes, that would be my answer. And we should go ahead and move on to the last question, and it comes from my good friend all the way from Thailand, the Steel Roses, and she asked, tell me a funny or memorable story that you can remember you and your brother sharing. You know, that's a good one. In fact, let me go try and see if I can find my brother. Okay, my brother's a little shy. I went to ask him if we had any memorable moments, because in the Philippines, I lived on my own right after high school. Right after high school, I went to another island, Cebu City, which is a different island from where I went to high school from, which was Bohol. And I went to college there for a little bit. I went to 2 different colleges before I dropped out of the first one, because apparently my credits aren't transferable from this college, so I went to a regular university, and then I had to stop going there because I couldn't pay for it anymore. But yeah, in the Philippines, me and my brother didn't interact a lot because he stayed with my mom and I lived on my own. When we came here to Pensacola, I don't know, we're really close, don't get me wrong, just we haven't, because of our age difference, man, it's like we haven't really done a lot of things, just the two of us as brothers. But usually there's a lot of times where we'll go out as a group, like me, him, Tiff. We'll just go out and have fun. Like, we would just go to the mall and goof around and have a good time. Nothing very, very memorable, nothing huge. He's still in that stage where he's kind of like not wanting to go out and do much, but then he wants to go and hang out with his friends. I don't know, it's a weird stage, because I try to invite him to things and he's always like, I want to stay here. He's a good kid, because I think it's almost 9-year difference. I don't know, we have somewhat of a gap in our ages, because, let's see, I was born in 86. He was born in 94. It doesn't mean we're not close, just, you know, he's got his friends, I've had my friends when we first moved to Pensacola, but at the end of the day, he's still my brother, and we get along great. Wow, that actually makes me want to go out and do something with him now. But he's coming around. Like, when we first got here, he was kind of a shy kind of kid, because in the Philippines, he and Mom moved around a lot, so I was pretty much stable on my own. But my mom moved around between relatives and things like that, until she met my my stepfather, who we're currently living with. Now he's actually come around, he's in high school, he's in band, and I don't know, he's really doing good for himself. And he's got a lot of friends, which I think is really, really good. I'm proud of him, I'm super proud of him, he's my brother. And it makes me want to do stuff with him now, because he's getting around, we're getting along more and more the older he gets, so it feels like that gap, even though it's still a big gap between us, it's like shrinking because he's getting older. Memorable stories? Not really. I just know we get along. I just know every time both of us are out, we're brothers. I'll put it to you that way. We're joking on each other and ragging on each other. It's all fun. So thank you, Rosie, for the question. And actually, if any of you guys have any questions for my brother, you can leave them in the comments. We'll try. We'll do our best. I don't know if he'll answer them. Go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. I'll probably try to get him to answer them in a vlog. So on top of the question you're leaving me, think of a question you might want to ask my brother. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try to get him out of his little cave and talk to us on camera. He's shy, but I want to try to overcome that for him. But we'll see. We'll try. I don't think we'll be successful, but we'll try. But thank you, Rosie, for the question. And we shall go ahead and wrap up this walk and talk. Every time I do the walk and talk inside the house, I always have the longest answers. They're never short and sweet. They're always long. Anyways, thank you for tuning in this week. Our tenant for the week is, and we shall pick one at random. Scroll. There. Me. I shall be in the box of awesome. Okay, let's try again. The Ghost of Sabotage. Congratulations, you are in the box of awesome for the next 7 days. Sweet. Alright, and if you would like to see yourself in the box of awesome for the next 7 days as well, all you have to do is answer the question of the week. This week's question is, do you have any siblings, and what's one memorable story you have with them? If you don't have any siblings, tell me one memorable story you have with somebody who is pretty much like your sibling, like a close friend you see as a brother or a sister. I'd really like to hear that. I'm bouncing off Rosie's question because I couldn't really give an answer, so I want to hear from you guys. So go ahead and leave your answer in the comment section below, or in a video response if you want to be fancy like that, and I will feature you in next week's Walk and Talk. So thank you very much. Other than that, I need to start getting ready because my friend Steven's going to be here soon. Next week, if weather permits, we will be back in the park as per usual. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for tuning in this week. I will link you guys at the end of this video to the latest vlog. There's people in my vlog because I had so many people in that vlog. So go ahead and check it out if you haven't already. Give me those thumbs of upness and leave some comments. Other than that, I'll be trying to get another podcast this week or next week, and I will try to get whatever video that I'm shooting for Steven today up as soon as possible, but you will see in the next vlog pretty much all the behind the scenes details for that. So once again, thank you for sticking around today, and I shall leave you all with that, but I want each and every single one of you to know that all of you are the best friends and subscribers in the entire world. And as always, you guys, keep on vlogging.